Okay.
Go ahead,
So,
Alina.
Creative Society project unites people from 180 countries on a voluntary basis. And what is giving us this project? The first is giving us opportunity to our civilization to make an evolutionary step by peaceful means, on a peaceful way, not on wars, going revolution, I don't know, demonstration. No, just uniting what we have. We're providing the platform where people like professionals from different spheres can work up to bring the solutions to a different spheres of life. For example, last April we had a conference. It was international forum, global crisis. There is a way out, and it was translated in 150 languages by volunteers. This is everything voluntarily. And we talk about the real situation where our planet is facing right now. We're talking about the climate, we're talking about ecology, and as well we're providing the solution. We're not only on climate solution, but even economic solution, because right now our planet facing such a big situation and like a big exam, I'm saying, do you know? And do you feel like we're having right now so many disasters, and it's just the beginning. So when we're gonna be every day, everywhere, the economics will not gonna be we're not gonna be able to support all these disasters.
So this is an independent voluntary organization.
Absolutely. I'm a mom. Everyone has their own profession. We're just people. This is what I'm doing. You can ask me why I'm doing this. Because I know my children, I have 2 children, and I know if I'll not do nothing, nothing will change. You know? So this is my own responsibility. I'm doing for my children, for children of my brother, even if he doesn't want to be involved, doesn't matter. I'm doing for different other children.
So if we, thank you for that. If we're going to talk about solving problems to do with economics,
Yes.
to do with the environment,
Yes.
to do with poverty, food security, water
Yes.
security, things like this, we need politics.
Yes.
So what political system do you want to enact these changes?
Yes. So to go to live in a creative society we're talking about, we need a transitional period. Okay, we can't not go from this chaos in one very organized society. We need a transition period. So in this period we need politicians, yes, to make policy, but this will be implemented the 8 foundations. I will give you, give me 8 foundations, please. Can I?
8 foundations.
Yes, 8 pillars we're saying.
This 8 foundations. 8.
Yes.
I thought you said
So,
8. 8. Number 8.
No, 8, yes. So you can have a look. What does it mean, this 8, and where they come from? Because to answer your questions, I have to talk to you about this. So this came out from a big social survey. We had a big social survey during 11 years. Volunteers from all over the world took in a survey with the people, and people answered 2 questions. What unites us all? What do have everyone in common? Yes, you are from one country, me another country, but what do we have in common? And the other question, it was how you would like to live, like in which kind of society you would like to live. So from millions and millions of answers came out these 8 foundations. So one of the foundation is self-governing society. So this is how we can we have a different approach of politics and different.
What does self-governing mean to you?
Yes. So for example, we have professionals in different spheres. Yes, I'm not a politician. I'm a teacher. Yeah, I can do my best and where I'm good for. Yes. The same politicians who have a good people. I'm not talking about now who is in charge, but in general, yes, someone wants to go in the politics to be good, yeah, and this kind of system doesn't allow people to be good, because this is a system. You know, if you're playing on this game, on these rules, it's okay. If you're not playing, you cannot stay there. So on self-governing society, we're talking about politicians making the laws, for example. Yes, they're doing their job. Us, as a humanity, we're gonna vote for the laws. If it's beneficial for us, we're gonna say yes. If it's not beneficial to us, we'll say no. This is self-governing because we decide for our life. And when we're talking about problem to be solved in the community, or like for example London, yes, like to build a road or something, like or make I don't know something. So the people from London will vote for this law.
So what you're talking about is a form of direct democracy.
It wasn't until now. We didn't have this such.
No, but this is like what you're describing to me is direct democracy, whereby the population vote on every single issue.
Yes,
is that correct?
It's kind of like this. I don't know the name is.
Yeah.
But you taking active part in the life of the community.
What if a portion of society think this is a good idea?
Another portion is doesn't.
And the other portion who thinks yes, it's not a good idea. They win the vote. Then what happens then?
Yes, the majority will go. So on the majority, we will decide what majority we will decide. What majority has to be taken in consideration.
So society chooses.
Absolutely.
What if society is wrong?
But can't be wrong.
Why?
Like I don't know.
Can I give you an example?
Yes, please.
Fascism.
Oh, but it was a manipulation, a big manipulation.
Doesn't matter. Fascism, the majority thought the Holocaust was right.
Yes, but
and it happened.
Yes, but I'm saying
so
because do you know why?
There's no safety net.
Because the last 6,000 years, this system was built.
Yes.
So fascism is the fruit, or how to say,
fruit.
The result of the consumerist format of society. When we're changing the society into this, yes, when the society will live on these pillars, you're not going to be fascist, because fascism is against these 8 pillars. Please have a look on these 8 pillars and see if you think you would love you and your children to live in this society. For me, yes, this is why I'm here.
I'll tell you why I don't. I'll tell you why I disagree. I believe when it comes to self-governing societies and some of these pillars, because I haven't looked at them in detail, so I may agree with some of them, to be honest. But generally speaking, these pillars are subjective to society. You know what I mean by subjective, It's subjective to society, which means at any given point in time, that subjective understanding of society can change. Just because society have a subjective opinion on something, it doesn't necessarily mean that opinion is correct or right or beneficial for humanity. Does that make sense?
That makes sense, but I'm saying with our mentality right now, with a consumeristic mentality, it's difficult to think that we can live as a human beings, like a normal human being. This is how we would love to live. Like it's just to be like safe, secure, prosperous, happy.
But what does safe mean to you?
For me, safe.
Your safe means argument's sake. Argument's sake. Your safe for humanity could differ from her, could differ from me, could differ from him. Yes. So that's what I'm saying is there's such a diaspora.
Yes, you can read the creative ideology.
Ideology should be aimed at popularizing the best human qualities and stopping everything that is directed against a human. The main priority is the priority of humanity, high spiritual and moral aspirations of a human happiness, virtue, mutual respect, strengthening of friendship, creating conditions for the development and education of human with a capital H, cultivating moral values in each person and society, prohibition of propaganda of violence, condemnation and denunciation of any form of division, aggression and anti-humane manifestations. Let me talk about this. It says here, prohibition of propaganda of violence, condemnation and denunciation of any form of division. Today in the UK, unfortunately, you're a teacher. Okay. Some schools, a child in school is saying, I am a dog. Let me finish. And the school, granted, head teachers now are asking the government for guidance. but it's happening now. The school would say to the child, okay, from today we're going to call you dog. Yeah? But we're not going to tell your parents. The parents will do what? What would the parents do? They would do condemnation. Yeah? And denunciation of this. Understand now?
Yeah.
Okay. But how about this question? When you talk about self-governing society, the majority of the humans have voted that it's okay for a child to choose their gender, whether they're an animal or no gender, and the school doesn't have to tell the parents. This is voted in under your system. That's wrong.
Yes, but
That's wrong.
This is for me this case of the the hospital
Mental illness.
Mental illness. She is a psychologist.
Psychologist.
Yes.
Yeah, psychiatrist. But my point is this: we agree.
But
Hold on.
all
Doesn't matter. We agree. Okay, but during self-governing society, the majority disagree with us. They vote and they win.
yes.
And according to your creative ideology, we cannot condemn and we cannot cause division. We have to agree with them. Do you see the contradiction now between your system?
Yes, but I can see that
It's not good.
Yes, listen. Because now we have such a big propaganda. It's not normal for people to think like this.
Why?
Is a big, but because, really, I don't know where you're born, where you're from.
It says here, Eliana, it says any form of division. Any form. So they will say, you are now dividing us.
Yes, but this is illness. Do you know, this is
According to
illness.
who?
According to the human being, this is illness to be a dog. This is,
No.
Tanya, what do you say about
No.
this?
I agree.
Society is saying,
I agree with you. I agree with you. But listen to my argument. My argument is because it's a subjective opinion based on the majority opinion, we cannot denounce it according to your creative ideology.
Because I have a lot of research, but this research is not
It's early.
involved or
in the societal life.
yes.
Life of society, they're not
Don't
using
know
this
anything
research.
about this research because only research which support another opinion, it's like the wrong about wrong value, about wrong information, about not correct.
I agree with you. However, that's not my argument. My argument is the overarching system does not have a way to stop this from happening. That's my argument. Do you understand my argument?
Yes.
That's because when you have self-governing society based on what the human believes is correct, then fundamentally anything goes. Sorry. So thank you, brother. Anything goes. Be a dog, be Superman. I'm hungry. I want to go and eat some human flesh. Anything is okay.
We're not talking about, this is the illness
no.
of society.
Overarching. If the system allows.
This is why we need to change the system, because this is
No, I'm talking about your system.
we are saying.
Talking about your system.
Yes, but
Because.
no, we're talking about the system of human life
But-
is the highest value, and the human.
Go on. This one. Human life.
Yes.
Human life.
Yes, and I don't know if you noticed about 10 years or 20 years ago to be such a propaganda of this, you be a human, you be a cucumber, you be as. It wasn't like this. Now everything was become so ill. Like I'm
not talking about human life.
Yes,
What-
but it's all together. You have to be all together.
I'm not talking about taking someone's life.
Yeah, no, I understand.
What I'm saying is, with all due respect, Alila,
Yes.
from my understanding, this system
Yes.
is flawed.
No, but you.
It's faulty.
No, it's not faulty.
I tell you why.
Yes, tell me.
If the majority rules, self-governing system of it's called direct democracy, okay? What you're talking about is a very heavy form of direct democracy. If the majority vote wins, then what the opinion is of the majority goes.
But you
Even if it means.
I'm not agree with you. I don't agree
So
with you
give me an
because
example.
You're thinking that all the world, like 90% of 50 or 60% of the population, they're ill. Means they're all like they are not normal.
How many teachers are ill?
Sorry?
How many teachers are
But
ill?
it's not about the teacher, about the system, because
How many politicians are ill?
okay, but I'm telling you, is the system. Is the system. It's not people.
Listen.
It's not the people.
Alina, you using your term of ill.
Yes.
If you're correct, we have thousands of teachers who are ill because they're allowing it. Let me finish. They're allowing the example I gave. They're allowing it. So by your definition, they're ill. Hold on. Politicians in parliaments have voted this into law. They are ill.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's
Now, hold on. When it comes to self-governing society, these politicians who are ill, these teachers who are ill, they will vote. Yes, we can't exclude them. They will vote.
yes,
So if they have a conversation like you and me, and they put a strong case, and people listen to them, and people believe them, then a law based on illness can be the majority, which means everyone has to follow it.
It's not. Maybe I'm not express myself well. But when you putting a law, for example, I don't know, you have to write the benefits for the society, and what will happen if the law will gonna not be voted. Yes, is not. We're talking about self-governing society in the concept of the creative society. If on this really now situation, well, how do you think we need to change the system first? We need to.
But this system is flawed.
No, it's not.
I tell you how, Alina.
How do you mean
I tell-
millions of people you call it flawed? It's not.
Alina, I tell you how.
I'm not. Are you happy with this society? Tell me.
No, I'm not happy.
Why you don't want a change?
I never said I don't want change.
Yes, but why?
I said I agree with you with the example I gave.
But why do
Okay.
you think
But-
people
but-
not
but listen
gonna
to
be
this.
like,
But listen to
like,
this.
Thinking like you?
Your 8-point plan, number 2, human freedom. Listen to this. Every human is born with the right to be a human being. Of course.
Yes.
Unless they say I'm a dog. That's different.
Yes.
Okay. All people are born free and equal.
Yes.
Everyone has the right to choose. So if they want to choose to be a dog, they have the right to choose. There can be no one or nothing on earth superior to a human. His freedom or her, their freedom and rights. The implementation of human rights and freedoms must not violate the rights and freedoms of others.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I want to be a dog. Hold on.
Yeah.
I am not infringing on your human right. The implementation of human rights and freedoms must not violate the rights and freedoms of others. Me being a dog does not infringe upon your human right.
Yes.
Therefore, you should allow me to be a dog, to self-identify as a dog.
But if
Your system's flawed.
but you can't say like this. This is millions.
It says it.
You don't. You're just looking from your mentality of this
Yes.
format of society.
Yes.
Your mentality
Yes.
is from the consumerist format.
No.
You're talking from this point of view, a consumeristic format of society.
No.
Understand?
I'm going on your 8-point plan.
Yes, but this is the wishes and desires of people. It's not only mine. It's millions of people express how they want to live.
Yeah, I want to be a dog.
Well, be a dog.
There you go.
Listen.
Thank you for your honesty.
Listen, can I tell you
Yes,
something?
yes.
If the values, like this society, why we so low? Because the
Yeah.
values, we lost the values. We lost the moral and spiritual
Where did we
values.
get our spiritual moral? Tell me about this, please, Alina, a bit more.
What?
The moral and spiritual values that we've lost.
Yes, we lost.
Tell me.
What's propaganda? What kind of values is in our society right now? What kind of values?
Liberalism,
Liberalism. What does?
secularism, liberalism, yes.
Uh-huh.
Secularism,
But it's not. Yeah. Mhm.
atheism, yeah. Communism, yeah, and many other isms and schisms.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if a liberal says John wants to be a dog and Sarah wants to be a giraffe, and you have to say hello, Mr. Dog, hello, Mrs.
I'm
Giraffe.
gonna say because for me this
But-
is illness.
But you said it's okay.
No, for me it's not. This is
It's an illness.
This
But
is
what if
illness.
what if the society
I'm telling you,
what if society votes for it using your system of self-governance?
Yes, but
We have no choice.
You You know about this? We kill because of nanoplastic.
Do you know what we're going to do? What's your name, sorry?
Tatiana.
Katiana, Idriss. Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to have a vote. Listen, Katiana, we're going to have a vote. We're going to have a vote with self-governing democracy. And we're going to say who wants to be a fish. And whoever, Alina, finish. Whoever votes to be a fish, we put them in the ocean. And then we have more fish. Sorry. Then we have more fish. Am I right, Alina? We have more fish.
You just pointed on this matter, but we.
It's important.
But it's important, but you
No,
cannot see.
no.
Sorry, you cannot see the big picture.
I do see the big picture.
You can't.
Alina, the big picture.
You can't. For you, it's just because of who wants to be a dog or the fish on this. This is.
No. There's an overarching point.
We are talking about
Alina,
our survival.
I understand, Alina, and so am I. The example I'm giving you about having people become fish to put them in the ocean, so we have more fish.
Yes, but
The overarching point I'm making is, if society always chooses what is best for them, it's a subjective, which means it's flawed, which means the majority will always have the authority to choose what is right, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's correct.
I'm sorry,
That's my
but
overarching point.
I understand, but
Yeah.
who do you think now majority are writing the laws, are decide the decision? Who is majority are taking? Right now, today, in this current situation,
Yeah.
is majority taking the decision or not? Telling me. Tell me,
The
please.
majority.
Yes, is majority taking the decisions
On-
or the minority who is for and everything? Everything. We are going just once and
Which system?
years.
Which system are you talking about? Oh, once in every 4 years.
About the current
our system here in
Yes,
democracy.
We are just slaves, modern slaves, and we are putting in front of their decision. We agree with this, we don't agree with this, doesn't matter. We have to comply. That's it. This is what I'm saying. Is about changing the format, and we can do it if we decide. And this is what you're saying about fish and dog.
No,
But
I have an overarching argument. Do you understand? It's all right. This is the difference.
I was living in one country which doesn't exist
Moldova.
anymore. No, but Soviet Union.
Oh, Soviet
remember?
Union. Yeah.
I never heard about this kind of craziness, and we never we had values. We have moral values, we have spiritual values, and everything was destroyed because of the system.
Yeah.
And this is here as well.
Yes.
We moved here 10 years ago. It wasn't like this 10 years ago.
No.
I'm sorry, but now it's going like very in the bad and the wrong direction.
Okay.
It's
So
not about majority.
I understand what you're saying, Aline. So what I would say is this: you're not happy with the current system.
But are you happy?
My point is this: if we had governing rule, like you say here in your 10-point plan, or number 8, self-governing society. Okay. Even if we had a self-governing society,
But we're not ready yet.
there,
We have to
no, transition. I remember. Even if we transition into a self-governing society, there is still the danger of the majority of society agreeing with today's policies, which are formulated and which are brought into law in today's parliaments. It doesn't change anything. It doesnn't guarantee anything.
Only way to survive as a civilization. This is only way.
I'm going to surprise you now.
Yes, please.
What do you think my belief system is?
I don't know.
Guess.
I don't know. Tell me.
I'm a Muslim.
Yes, I'm Muslim too.
You're joking.
Yes, no, but because what does it mean to be Muslim? Can you tell me?
To believe.
To be a Muslim.
Yes.
To be a Muslim.
Yes.
What does it mean
So,
for you?
in terms of the word, linguistically and religiously Muslim,
in general, to be
I'm telling you, I'm answering you.
Yeah, yes,
Okay,
sorry.
that's okay. It's to believe in there's one God who is a creator.
Yes, Allah.
Yeah. No partners.
No.
Just God.
Yes.
God created us.
Yes.
Okay. We believe in. He sent us prophets and messengers
Of course.
to
we
give us
believe
guidance.
Yes, I
Yes.
agree with this.
Okay.
And
He
when
gave
we did
us-
a constitution.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. He gave us scriptures.
Yes.
So we, as Muslim, the Quran, he gave the Injil to Jesus, he gave the Torah to Moses, etc., peace be upon them all. We believe in angels.
Okay.
We believe in the day of judgment.
Yes.
We believe in predestination, that God has preordained things for us. Yes.
What do so where is our?
So let me finish. So that's the general six beliefs of Islam, and then we have that's belief, and then we have action.
Okay.
So to testify there is only one God and peace be upon him, Muhammad is the last messenger.
Yes.
To pray 5 times a day,
Okay.
to fast Ramadan,
Okay.
to give charity zakat, and if you can afford it, to go to Hajj pilgrimage once every year, once in a lifetime.
What to do? The pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage, yeah. That is Islam.
Okay.
And then there's Iman, and then there's Ihsan. To live your life as if you see God.
Okay.
But obviously we don't see God, but we know that God sees us. So there's nowhere to hide.
We have to feel God.
Yes.
Everywhere.
So do you agree with everything that I've said?
Of course, but I only one thing.
So are you Muslim?
One thing I don't agree because you said is everything predestinated. This I don't believe because
I never said everything.
We have a choice every time to be good, to do a good action, or to do a bad action. This is I believe as well. So we have.
What's
a
your
choice.
name?
Elena.
Did you choose your name?
My mom did it.
Okay, so she had a choice.
My mom.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
Yes.
Um,
Yes, of course she had a
So
choice.
when we talk about predestination,
I was born in a Christian family.
Orthodox,
Yes.
Eastern Orthodox,
Yes.
but you're not Muslim.
My husband is Muslim. I said in Shahada. I believe in one God is which is Allah. I believe
MashaAllah.
in messengers. I believe in the Prophet Muhammad was the last messenger. I believe in
MashaAllah.
everything. I read the Quran and I pray in different way, but doesn't matter.
Okay.
I believe in this, and I know that this what which you saw this is it.
Yeah.
This is Medina Constitution.
This
Is yes. This
Medina
is-
Constitution, yes.
Yes, you check because the last prophet, Muhammad,
Peace be upon him.
he was he said how we have to live, but we didn't listen.
So why don't we follow him?
But we're following him.
Okay.
This is the thing. We are all volunteers of Creative Society following Prophet Muhammad.
Let me ask you a question, Alina.
Yes.
Did Muhammad, peace be upon him, have a system of governance from a political, economic level to a personal level?
Yes.
Why don't we follow this as Muslims?
Yes. Why?
Why don't we?
Why? I don't
Why aren't you advocating that? Why aren't you saying we should follow the Prophet and God?
We have.
But you're not pushing that message. You're
But
pushing
why-
something different.
But because the Creative Society project is an international project, unites people from different religions as well.
Yes.
We have Christians, we have Buddhists, we
Yes.
have, and even if I'm saying I'm Muslim,
Yes.
I'm not Muslim like a religion, to be honest.
Yes.
I'm Muslim because I believe in what I said to you.
Yes.
Understand what I mean?
Yes, yes.
I don't believe to religions. Religions is not for me, but Allah, the Prophet
MashaAllah.
Muhammad is I'm
MashaAllah.
absolutely following.
Would you think, Alina, that with your belief system, that God, Allah,
This is the words of Allah, yes.
yeah, okay, no problem. We can talk about with Allah being our creator. He knows what is best for us,
Yes.
and Allah knows the best way of life for us, and in terms of how to live our lives.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a solution.
I'm sorry, but do you think why we're not living until now? Why we're living in such a mess? Why the people at that time didn't follow the Prophet Muhammad
Sallallahu
and they didn't follow him until now and didn't make this war to be how he was saying that time? Why?
Give me examples.
But examples, we have wars, we have a Muslim world divided, we have this way like Sunni,
Shia.
different this one.
Yeah.
Why the people, they Muslim world, if they are following?
But you know the answer. You said the answer, Alina.
Why?
You said people have choice.
Exactly.
So why don't you choose to follow the Prophet then?
But I'm following the Prophet.
No.
Why?
No.
Why? Do you
Let me
but
say-
who you
let-
are
let
to
me say-
tell me, judge me if I'm
Let me
following the Prophet?
let me say something. Everything I say
Yes.
is from what Allah has told me and what the Prophet has told me through the Quran
Okay.
and through the Prophet's practices and his tradition, the Sunnah.
Okay.
The Prophet never said, from my understanding, war would never end. He never said war will end. What he gave us is conditions in war. When to fight, when not to fight. If you do fight, how to fight justly and how not to fight and not to fight unjustly. Okay?
But-
There's rules and regulations.
Yeah.
You understand my point
I
now?
understand it's a long talk about
It is. It is,
we had,
Alina.
if you want to go and we provide like the Muslim
Yes.
part of the Creative Society who are born in a Muslim like families and they are following. They made a conference was
Yes.
called "Who is the Prophet Muhammad for Us?" You can go on Creative Society and watch this conference.
I've got it, yeah.
Yes, and you can listen what is there. Is something that something happened. Something happened when Prophet left this world, and something happened why the people didn't follow him how he's supposed to follow. This is why. This is.
I will watch it.
Please watch it.
I will
and,
watch it, Alina. But my final message is to you. Alhamdulillah, you are Muslim. You say you are Muslim? You are Muslim, okay. Do your utmost best to follow what Allah says, to follow what the Prophet says.
I'm following.
No problem. Because this life is very short,
We know this.
and the next life is forever.
I know.
And inshallah, Allah will accept us
We know. This.
into Jannah, into paradise, into heaven for eternity. The best example is the Prophet.
I know. I know. We're following the
The
Prophet.
best, I beg to differ. The best system is Islam. Why? Because it's objective. Remember I said before subjective? Islam is objective. It's from the Creator. Because He created us,
Exactly.
He knows what's best for us.
This is-
So we follow Him.
Yes.
We don't follow the majority.
Yes. Can I tell you
Sorry.
something? Can I tell you something? We had some conferences. More for you will be interested. So,
Yeah.
who is Prophet Muhammad to us? Who is Jesus Christ to us? And who is what about Hebraism? I don't remember. now.
Abraham? Moses?
No. About Лена, как назывался конференция про евреизм? No, about Judaism. About
Judaism,
как
yeah.
назывался?
I will find out.
Yes.
One
So we
second.
had these conferences about three main religions, and really, if
Oh,
you
Judaism.
Judaism,
Yeah.
yes.
Judaism.
Yes, but
Yeah.
something I don't remember
ask about conference.
how was the name of the
I
conference.
will in a
So like Islam, Christianity, Judaism?
Yes.
Okay.
Please have a look. And
So which one's the truth?
Huh?
Which one's the truth?
All the truth, but you have to.
Where do you get this from, Elina?
You have
Did
to
the majority tell you?
No.
So how do you know?
But you have to look.
about this conference. Like Jewish people, they make conference about
Yes,
Judaism.
they start-
Muslim people about Islam, Christianity about Jesus.
Yes,
Who
but
is
you
Jesus.
it will be.
It's not.
It will not gonna be what you expect. Please.
Do you know why?
You watch it, and after you'll tell me.
Tell me where God said, Allah said, all these religions are the same.
No, they're not the same.
They're all
Every
true. Okay, they're all true, sorry.
Every single messenger
Yes.
came
Yes.
with the knowledge, the same knowledge.
What
from
is the
God.
same knowledge?
Because it's coming from the Allah.
But what is the message? The same message.
Dear
La-
brother and sister,
La ilaha illallah.
God is the Allah.
La ilaha illallah. One God.
Yes,
One God. Okay.
This is
Okay. And they accept, remember when I said the 6 pillars?
yes.
To follow the prophets and messengers. Do the Jews follow Jesus and Muhammad? No. Do the Muslims follow Jesus? Yes. Do the Jews and the Christians follow Muhammad? No. So they're different.
I know, but
They're different.
It was
Make difference, but
me-
they all bring the same message.
No.
no, the messengers. Jesus, no, they bring the same message.
Yeah.
This is what
Yeah.
but people.
But do people follow it?
No, but
So how is it? How is it the same?
Because it was made religion. Watch the conference. And after we can talk to you maybe next time.
Okay, Alina, thank you for your time and patience. I can't shake your hand.
Okay, so
As respect for you.
yeah, okay.
As you
okay.
know, as you know.
Okay.
Thank you, Alina.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
May God bless you and
Yes,
guide you
too.
and guide me.
You too. You too.
And you.
Really.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Say something about the conversation.
Assalamu alaikum. Well, what can I say? I didn't expect her to say she was Muslim. She said she prays in her own way. So, may Allah guide her to the truth of Islam in terms of her belief and in terms of her practices according to the Quran and Sunnah. She talks about a form of direct democracy is that every individual has a right to vote and choose on what's correct for society at any moment in time or in relation to any topic. That's a fallacy because she was condemning the system we have today, but her system is the same or even worse. It's a subjective system. It's not objective based on Allah, the Quran and the Sunnah. And I don't want to regurgitate everything that's said, but fundamentally, may Allah guide her and guide us all. Ameen.